It's no longer news that the one-time crypto giant has hit the rocks. What some may not know, however, is that Binance was rescued by an FTX buyout offer. If this happens, Binance will have full control of the crypto platform and will be able to rename FTC-related properties, including the FTC Arena. This is really interesting, but what is even more interesting is that Binance might be considered a name associated with Shiba Inu. Do you want to know more about this? As you know, you have to keep watching this video. As I mentioned earlier, Binance has offered to buy FTX. The founder of Binance himself, Changpeng Zhao, announced on Twitter before pointing out the lessons other crypto projects can learn from the FTC's collapse. The first lesson is not to use the original currency as collateral, and the second is to have a large reserve and not to borrow. But it was the first lesson he said something about the original symbol that got people talking. A number of people took to the comment section to sarcastically ask if CE would rename the FTC Arena at B Arena, as you know, after the original Binance token. Then these cynical suggestions spurred other, not so cynical ones, as a number of people started suggesting that the arena be renamed after an interesting particular cipher. One such suggestion came from a Shiba Inu lover. The person who made the proposal was a Twitter user who was the chairman of the board, and he wrote frankly, CC Shiba Inu Arena would probably call it. This seems like an innocent enough tweet, but Dogecoin chief Satoshi Nakamoto had none of it. The Dogecoin founder responded to this comment, writing that it's too bad. It's really interesting that the founder of a crypto project makes this kind of comment about another crypto project despite the fact that it's Shib. Toshi has already suggested renaming the arena with something related to Dogecoin. But this isn't the first time that Cheap Toshi has longed for a Shiba Inu. Earlier this year, Shiba criticized Inu for its metaverse, stating that the development team was just collecting cash. He also mentioned that the development team was already very rich from the launch of Shib, and that the metaverse would make them millions of dollars richer for the founder of a coin that was completely dormant. It's understandable why the Shib Toshi has so much time to crap over the Shiba Inu. Anyway, Binance US posted a message on Twitter yesterday. So whether Shib Toshi likes Shib or not, it looks like the token caught the attention of someone in the US Binance office. The question now is whether this poll is a sign that Binance will rename the arena with something to do with Shiba Inu. It's an interesting idea that might have some advantages though. So what do you think as you answer that in the comments section below? I think you will be interested in the results of the survey. First of all, the question was about who created Shiba Inu, and the options were Satoshi Nakamoto, Vitalik, Buterin, Charles Hoskinson, and Ryu. We see. Which one do you think got the most votes? If you say Rashid, you'd be right. Ryu got the number of winning votes. But while you might think practically everyone voted, Rashid only 52.2% of the 431 votes were in favor of Rashid. 19.5% of the vote believed Buterin was behind the Shiba Inu, and 18.8% believed it was Satoshi Nakamoto. Even Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, received 9.3% of the vote from the results. It's pretty obvious that while basically everyone knows that Rocky is the founder of Shiba Inu, many are still trying to figure out who Reyes is. Buterin happens to be a very common guess. Meanwhile, something seems to be going on with gray whales, as there was a huge sale just a couple of weeks ago. The SHIB held by the top 500 whales used to be worth over $100 million, but it currently stands at just over $80 million. Which indicates that a huge SHIB dump is still the most held token in these wallets. But the occurrence of a landfill certainly cannot be condoned and can be very frightening to its owners. But it doesn't have to be that scary. It may actually be a good thing that this massive sale is happening right now, because it looks like some major gains are coming to SHIBs. SHIB has achieved such a high acceptance rate that a lot of companies are adopting the token as a means of payment, thanks to groups such as Payments Now, Travelhar, and BitPay. And while some selling has taken place, that doesn't negate the fact that there have been a lot of whale adoptions before that. Based on this and a number of other factors, some people believe that SHIB may be on its way to an uptrend, particularly the altcoin analyst. Sherpa said this recently about the SHIB. I'm still in this trade, but I took a third of my vacation yesterday. Personally, I would keep it a little longer because I think it could have another leg, and the reason is because it looks like it's piling up. For a while, these prices are usually higher than you think with an uptrend. Maybe on the way. It's better for whales to pull their tokens before running than after the winnings begin to roll in. This is because if it sells widely after the gains are made, it will pull the symbol down so far that all those winnings can be quickly erased. So with their withdrawal now, We know that any gains to be made may remain for as long as possible. Or what do you think? However, it has just continued to increase the number of gray servants, as we used to have more people carrying gray hairs in the short and even medium term. And it has now outnumbered other gray bears. In fact, for a while after the Shiba Inu was released, basically all of its carriers were short and long-term carriers. But now the token has the highest percentage of long-term holders ever recorded. Today, you write that according to the blocks of bearer formation over time, 50% of the Isar clan holders have accumulated their tokens for more than a year, 47% held within a year, and 3% held their tokens for less than a month. The staying power of most Shiba Inu holders is being demonstrated amid the current $2 trillion market drought. Therefore, even with all the troubles in the crypto market, Shiba Inu investors are choosing to hold their SHIB tokens for a longer period. More than anything else, this should be a testament to the community's trust in the Shiba Inu project. Additionally, analysts anticipate that SHIB may enter an uptrend if it manages to break through its resistance line. However, if he can't do that, the token can still be expected to explode, but at a much slower rate. Meaning, if SHIB does not break through its resistance level, it will slowly grow until 2023. I should mention at this point that this is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any decisions. However, whatever decision you make after doing your research, remember that you can carry out all of these transactions on Fairdesk. The cryptocurrency exchange offers a variety of cryptocurrencies that you can buy, sell, and exchange, and on your first transaction you get a 4% bonus. So consider checking it out. In other news now, Payments has just announced that it has included bones as a payment method. So like Shiba, merchants around the world can now receive payments in Bowen, and holders can also make donations and payments using the Shiba Inu governance code. This puts Shiba in good hands as we get closer to releasing Shiba's dream. According to Crypto Basics Now, Payments now made it possible to pay all three Shiba Inu X Shib Bowen and Leech system message tokens, commonly referred to as Hive Trifecta. Prior to Bowen's inclusion, the leading payment gateway only supported to say Shib and Leech. Payments are now also contributed to Shiba and Newburn via an optional buy-in feature introduced March 25, 2022. This feature allows merchants to burn a portion of the earnings they receive, for example, into a Shib or chain. That brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me on YouTube.